Hello everyone and a warm welcome back. I was going to do the Class 90, but I thought I would just tell you about the Class 90 more than anything. If you don't already have it, I would say wait until the patches come out for it. Unless you just have to have it. Look, it drives perfectly fine. I'll tell you the startup procedure so that you don't have an issue with the safety systems in a second. As you can see, I am in the nuclear train, which is awesome. Headlights are already on. Excellent. Markers are all on and that stuff. And we're in the Class 47/4. What are we doing? We are hauling spent nuclear fuel. So this is a scenario, as you saw. That's part of it. I've already got the platinum award for it. To get this, you do need one of the container pack kind of thing. I have all of them. I have the aggregates, I have the petroleum wagons, I have the containers, I have the military, and I have the nuclear. The nuclear also appears on other routes as well. So it is quite useful. What is the alarm for? What are you for? Okay, so we're limited to 60 miles per hour. AWS is unisolated, as we know. And here we go. So with the Class 90, there is a sequence to it if you want to drive with the safety systems on. Let's get those on. There's a 15 up ahead, so we'll do that. One thing is these lights will turn green. The nuclear train never stops. It has priority signaling. Passenger services are moved out of the way when one of these is moving on the line. It's the only time, I think. I still can't find these. They're appearing here. But I made a custom consist with the Class 90 and some Mark I coaches, and I wanted to throw some Royal Mail and parcel on the back of it, but for some reason didn't show up. So the Class 90, here is the sequence you want to do. No, not off, it can stay on. You want to put the key in. Okay, do not touch the safety systems, leave them off, okay? So, key in, reverser to neutral, do your headlights, your markers, things like that. Turn on your instrument lights if you want and everything. And then turn on the AWS and the TPWS. I suggest just using the shortcuts of Control Enter, Shift Enter. Otherwise you have to get out of the seat to activate them. And the DSD is of course the icon on the mechanical room on the door. And then you won't have a problem. The only problem you're going to have is you're not going to hear the safeties go off really. They are really low. Like ridiculously low volume. If you're an outside view, good luck. You know, it's not just an issue with that train, with that loco. Which the Class 90, by the way, the modeling, the sounds, the suspension and everything, absolutely brilliant. It's really well done. Other than the wheel blur. Issues I do have with it, there's a couple. The wheel blur is one. I don't even know how they managed to put that on. I haven't seen wheel blur on a locomotive in Train Sim World in 4 years, 5 years. Beautiful winter wonderland, right? See, you can hear that one. And just in case, we will just leave it at this and wait for them to shift. You're hauling spent fuel, or, you know, it's still highly radioactive. Hence, there's 2 locomotives on this to act as a buffer in case anything was to rear-end us or anything. Even though that train, that wagon could technically derail and go tumbling down the side of a hill and would not be compromised. I think someone once said you could take a 50 caliber shell and shoot it and you wouldn't damage it. It's like it's dang near indestructible. Well, as much so as possible, put it that way. So if you can live with the quirks, worst comes to worst, if you've just got to have the Class 90, just drive it with the safeties off for now till they patch it properly. Normally when I get into a locomotive, the first thing I do is safety systems go on. On the Class 90, if you do that, you will not get power. You'll have everything set up, you'll turn on the safety systems, you'll sit down, you'll put the master key in, you'll hit Q. By the way, if you play on a controller, like an Xbox 360, like I do, you cannot answer the AWS with the B button on your Xbox controller. You have to use Q on your keyboard. Or create some other kind of hack. I don't know. I don't mind. The 90, it sounds the part. It looks the part. Is it accurate? I do not know. As you can tell, I am not from the UK. I've never seen, nor heard, or ever been in, or on, or around a Class 90 in my life. I can only speak from, do I like it or not? I do like it. I hope they get a move on with the bug fixes. ATS can be kind of slow with that sometimes, but like I said, if you've just got to have it, drive it with the safety systems off for now. If you don't need to have it right away, then wait till it gets patched. Okay? It's not like it's going to go on sale anytime soon. So, that is how you get around the safety systems. And keep your ears open. Do not be watching YouTube videos and stuff like that when you're driving it, because you will not hear the safeties go off, and then you're going to have an emergency brake application, and it's a pain in the butt getting it to run again. And that, so just don't do it, of course, because it's really pretty. Beautiful winter morning. By the way, we are on, this is Just Trains, Preston to Carlisle. I was watching some videos yesterday of like the Shap Mountaineer and that, which is a beautiful F7 or Tornado steam locomotive going over Shap, and I'm like, I want to do it. Now, I do have West Coast Mainline over shaft and Train Sim Classic. Love it. Drove it a ton. Along with London Brighton and the East Coast Way and the Great Western. Northern Transpennine, Tees Valley. Those are some of my favorite routes in Train Sim Classic. Absolutely love it. This is basically, Preston to Carlisle is basically West Coast Mainline over shaft. As you can see, that train has been moved out of our way. I think that's the train, or is that just the wagons? No, it's a train. They've been moved over. Are your lights and that on? Yeah, they are. So he was put onto the siding because this train does not stop. It has priority over everything else on the rails at all times. You know, with good reason. See, this is why I like third rail. Look at this freaking monstrosity of spaghetti wires up here. This route would be so pretty without the electrification. I understand why they're doing it, don't get me wrong. And issues with the Class 90. There's no manual. I like to print out my manuals. Like even in my flight sim. Okay, I have like 130 pages or something manual for my Totus A340. Every one of those pages is printed out in its own separate binder. I prefer that. The Academy, there is an entry in there, but I mean, if you can start up this 47, then you can start up the Class 90 because they don't turn on the safety systems in the Academy tutorial, which to me is ludicrous. How do you not cover the safety systems when there's like obviously a quirk to how the Class 90 brings them online? So that is a bit of an oversight. It only layers onto 2 routes. You can only use it on 2 routes. Milton Keyes, London Euston, Milton Keyes is one of them. I can't remember the other one. So I made my own consist. And I've been driving it here on Preston Carlisle. By the way, it's not on Steam, but Just Trains is having a Easter sale on their website. You can get this route for almost half off. I think it's $26 US. 35, 37 Canadian. I have no idea. I'm going to say £19.99, something like that, £18.99. So that's on there. There's only 3 routes on sale. Oh no, the 86/2s are on sale as well, I think. But I already own those, so I've owned that since they came out on this. This route is phenomenal. As you can see, it is pretty. You know, we're getting, 48 to 50. If I was inside, 46 to 60 FPS. Don't forget, I'm also recording and I use my video card for the encoding. I don't have an external capture device, so that is why. If I wasn't recording, I'd be getting a solid 60 FPS across the board, with the odd dip down to 58. But as you see, it is beautiful. We are going to Carnforth to the Sellafield nuclear reclamation plant, so they can recycle that spent uranium or plutonium or whatever it is. I don't know. All I know is I want it off my train. Other issues, neutral section. I don't have to worry, I'm a diesel. On the Class 90, by the way, the neutral sections are modeled. I don't know, I thought I heard something. You see the start of the neutral section, but I never see the end sign for it. Or that was the end sign and I don't see the start. Absolutely gorgeous route. But it also only comes to Class 90 with 3 measly scenarios. So no manual, only 3 scenarios, an Academy tutorial, which is basically pointless because it doesn't teach you anything about how to do the safety systems on the 90. Now, it'd be useful if you've never driven any of the locomotives before, and the proper startup procedure of the master key in, reverser to neutral, you know, kind of thing. Ensure your brakes are all on first and that. And it only is selectable on 2 routes, which to me is egregious, considering how the Class 90 is used, you know, a good amount for both freight and the odd times for passenger services. On London, Euston, Milton Keyes, the timetable is completely separate. So it doesn't fit into the normal timetable. You select freight, and then you can drive the Class 90, which I don't understand the logic of that. Just layer it in to the route itself. And just select a locomotive you want to drive. Simple enough. But that's really about it, if I'm to be honest with you. The horn on the thing is a masterpiece. Man, I love that horn. Yeah, the pop-in's a little ridiculous. Especially considering I've driven this before. I shouldn't be seeing it. Should all be cached. We are in 4K, by the way. To my flight sim viewers, I have not forgotten you. I am waiting for a replacement throttle quadrant. Yes, I know I could use keyboard commands, but the thing is I have my throttle quadrant also has rocker switches, and I have a bunch of functions programmed to those, and I have no intention of learning what the freaking keyboard commands were for it that I set for those, for like water up, water down. I think that's Control W anyway. But I mean, there's other things that I have put on there. Onto the rocker switches. So I bought a new one about 45 days ago. This one has got some issues with reading when I've actually done something. And so I did an RMA. They received it. They said, yep, no, it's got a fault with it. New one is on its way to you, but of course it's Easter, right? So along with all the other stuff that's going on in the world. So who knows when that will show up. And it's got to be the specific throttle quadrant because it plugs directly into my yoke with a type D plug, so that the yoke and throttle quadrant are seen in X-plane all as one thing. Uh, 50, we're doing fine. Back outside. So, the 47, the Venerable, this is a 47/4. What are we driving? Sir William Burrell. Oh, it's Burnell. Lovely suspension work. No wheel blur on this one. not a bad horn. Class 90 puts it to shame, I can tell you that. I'd have blown your eardrums out. Let's just do that. This would be on the safe side. So there's the odd little anomaly in that with the route, but I mean, you know, the pop-in thing, that's also a dovetail because of the, you can just tell by looking at the track. You only get to see so far ahead of you, you know, kind of thing. Oh, where are we at? 50. No. Here we go. In a lot of places, it's got like the modern lighting, yet it's got the old-fashioned like metal numerals on the post kind of thing. You know, they're like made out of brass or whatever. For the speeds. You saw that coming out of, where did we leave? Carlisle? Preston. One of the two. This route is really nice. And like I said, Just Trains has it on sale for $26, I believe it is US. It'll cost you $58 Canadian on Steam because the sale is not on scene. Only on their website, which is fine. I've got a number of stuff that I've bought over the years from them. Plus also I bought some flight sim stuff on there because they're also part of Just Planes, like Just Flight. Matter of fact, a couple of my Pipers are from them. And my de Havilland Beaver. No, not the Beaver. That is Pure Ferranda. Absolutely awesome. The whole snow like disappearing so quick, like the blur from it kind of thing, I think that's a limitation of Unreal Engine 4. If I'm being perfectly honest with you. We can get that off now. How far we got? 11 miles. Look at that suspension, eh? What do the points sound like? A little quiet going over those. So also been having, I've got to say, I've got what now? 315, 320 hours in Train Sim World 6. I never thought I would ever. Okay. But I'm actually enjoying Train Sim World 6, and I think a lot of it has to do with Dovetail has stepped back. They are letting the third parties and modders and developers, let them, you know, do the thing, and Dovetail is primarily just focused on, well, some bug fixes now and then. And of course building Train Sim World 7, which will probably be out in August or September. They've really got to lose that model. This every year thing. I know why they do it. They've got to have money coming in and everything because they're publicly traded on the stock exchange. Indirectly because they're part of Focus Entertainment, which is a publicly traded company. So they got shareholders they have to satisfy. I have no idea what sort of city this is and that out here, but it is idyllic. See, the morphine trees really do distract. I mean, I can live with it, but it's distracting. Okay, let's call it what it is. Just Trains has got to fix that somehow. Especially for a route that costs like over $50 Canadian, like $45 US. Although this is a long route, Preston Carlisle. It's like 60 miles. You're gonna say, well, that's not long. Like Train Sim World Standards of late, yeah, it is. Might be 70 miles if you're going like right to the end to the yard and sidings after Preston and after Carlisle. Might be close to 70. And you get the Class 101, the Class 47, you get some Mark 1 or Mark 3 coaches, and that you get, I think, some hoppers and such like that. And I'm not worried about going like super fast kind of thing per se. I'm hauling nuclear fuel. Thankfully, the tracks are not snowed over, so. Yeah, the shadow pop in and stuff like that, you know, but it's not stuttering, so, you know. Oh, we got fog and a bit of blowing snow gonna happen, or what? I don't think I remember that on my last run. Okay, that's cool. That should make it interesting. Bit of fog. I didn't even see what the temperature was. I already took a screenshot for the thumbnail. See, now look at this white thing. Like, look at this. The tracks are completely covered. That is a bug. Just Trains, you need to fix that. That's ridiculous. Look at it. And don't tell me this thing is plowing snow in front. You know, kind of thing. There's no plow on this thing. Get some brakes on. We'll be coming to the end anyways, and the atmospherics are looking good. Mind you, the last time I ran this, it was like 4 in the morning and I hadn't even really finished my first coffee, so maybe this was like this and I just didn't see it or remember it. I do use a mod from the Train Sim community to make the lights brighter on a lot of the UK routes. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, even though I own a lot of British routes, the German routes, man, I tell you. You know, even the older ones, like Rheinberg, Austin, Cologne, Koblenz, Just to name a couple, Russie Nord, another. Man, they are really well done routes and beautiful to look. I mean, I think they're beautiful to look. I enjoy them. You know, they're Just Trains. I don't know, maybe I'll say something to Tom if I can from Just Trains saying, hey, look at this. This is wrong. Look at how that, you know, you can't see the track. Yet it's right in front of you and then it disappears. It's like really weird. And even in outside, same thing, So there you go. So again, remember for the Class 90, do not turn the safety systems on. Key in, reverser to neutral, headlights, markers, instrument lights. Then turn on the safety systems. I suggest just keyboard shortcut. The Class 90, if I recall, is only available on PC and 9th gen consoles, and of course you can also get it in the Epic Game Store and Steam. It is not available for PS4 or Xbox One. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't believe they are. I don't think this route is available for Xbox One either, or PlayStation 4. It's time to move on, okay? Besides, the Xbox One was never a good console to start with. I don't know what you're holding on. Although, mind you, with the price of new consoles, I mean, one can't really blame you in all honesty. We have a yellow coming up. Power on. Oh. Well, wrong way. Well, we got 4 miles. I wonder if we're going to get the fog bug, that all of a sudden I'm going to turn a corner and boom, it's gone. These atmospherics are awesome though. Look at that. It's almost like an ice fog. Or a blizzard, but the tracks aren't getting covered, so it's not a blizzard. If I can remember, I'll link that mod. It's a pack, you just install it into your TrainSim directory. Wherever you have it installed on your PC, instructions are included on the page anyway, so you will be fine. So the Class 90, I've really enjoyed my time with it. I've put it on different routes with custom consists using the formation editor. I think that's on consoles now. At one point, was it TrainSim World 4 or 5? It was only available for PC for the longest time. And I just did it. You know, I think I've got a picture in the Discord. By the way, we will go back to ASMR. I just wanted to talk about the Class 90 and the fact that this route is also on sale. And how you can work around that Class 90 with the safety. Worst comes to worst, drive it without the safety zone. You know, not realistic, not ideal, but and they've got to fix the volume, man. You can't hear that thing. You cannot hear the AWS or DSD like going off at all. It is so low. And if you sim like I do, with a headset on, but have the sim playing through your speakers and subwoofer because you like the feel of the bass and all that, you're going to have a real hard time unless you keep, like right now I've got one ear, I've got my headset askew. That's why the sound is kind of weird. So I can hear the safety system. I think I slowed down a little too soon. And into that little siding to go to the reprocessing company is 15, and then almost right after it goes to 10. That is really cool. Come on, Jeff Jones, you can do better than this. That's just ridiculous. But at least all the catenary's there. And we got a yellow. And we'll start to slow down slowly. We don't want wheel slip or the wheels locking up. That 10 will catch you out. It's literally almost right after the 15. And now it's fine. It's only in certain sections. Oh no, now it's back again. I spoke too soon. That aside, the route is still a lot of fun to drive. And it's a long route. There's a 101, right? Yeah. And we go to the left, I believe. I love the Class 47. Even more than the Class 66. I have a lot of hours in both of them, actually. We can use a straight brake if necessary. And down we go. So, that's going to do it for this one, folks. And there was the update for the flight sim fans as to why I haven't done any Explain of late. We'll get back to it once that replacement part comes. Links to what I've used in this video will be down in the description below. Like I said, I'll try and remember to put the link to the brighter signal lights and that. You will also find my computer specs down there. You will find a link to my Discord, always free to join. And you will also find 2 ways you can support the channel, because everything you see is bought with viewer donations and my money as well. Until the next time, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies, on the rails, and on the road. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful Easter. God bless. Thanks for watching.